Okay, let's just finish up with the show. This is just the final episode. I'm just gonna review this final episode as soon as I can, and then let's just get moving with other movies and shows because I know that for a long time I have been, I wouldn't say slacking off, but I know like there are a lot of other great shows and movies that have like come out way after What If, and I know I'm still reviewing What If, so it's better I actually finish this up quickly and then move on. Speaking of finishing up, this episode wraps up the whole show or finishes up the whole show, whatever way you want to say it, pretty successfully. Like they just bring all the characters from the different multiverse or different universes and bring them together, assemble them like there's some type of Avengers, and then make them fight against the main villain of this show, which is none other than Vision slash Ultron, or Ultron in Vision's body. We'll just go with Ultron. How about that? Now, the way they introduce each character in this episode in order for them to assemble together was really creative in a way. In the sense, for example, we see Peggy Carter, for example, who's Captain Britain. She gets assembled, or she gets hired or recruited by Watcher while she's on the boat about to fight against, some pirates, I guess. Similar to the scene in Captain America the Winter Soldier. That was like clear callback to Captain America Winter Soldier. I'm pretty sure you all might have noticed it as well if you have watched the show actually. And speaking of the whole team they assembled, I would say that was a pretty creative name they gave Guardians of the Multiverse. Took the concept of Guardians of the Galaxy. Instead of galaxy, they inserted the word multiverse, and that makes sense because they all came from different universes, and different universes together makes a multiverse. So there you have it. And let's talk about the episode as a whole. First of all, yeah, I forgot to talk about how Gamora was introduced. Gamora with Thanos' armor, which we saw in Avengers Endgame with his double-edged sword. Actually, a literal double-edged sword, not the metaphorical double-edged sword. But I think they're gonna discuss about her appearance, or discuss about how she got introduced to the What If show in season 2. So because we never got to see her in a previous episode like we saw other characters, but then they suddenly just introduce her out of nowhere. But then we're gonna find out how she gets introduced in the second season, which is something to look forward to. And obviously, let's not forget the whole action sequence, which was pretty much the whole episode. I mean, where they're fighting against Ultron and all the tricks they have under their sleeve. Doctor Strange, for example, it was cool to see him. Obviously, the evil Doctor Strange. It was cool to see him. Like turned Thor's Mjolnir, of course, the party Thor's Mjolnir, into multiple Mjolnirs, and use it against Ultron. That was something creative which we never got to see in the movies. I like that. And then T'Challa as Star Lord was also pretty creative with his moves. The way he irritates Ultron, but then he steals his Soul Stone. But these are all the minor stuff. But the real fun was when the two AIs, Arnim Zola and Ultron, were fighting against each other. It was fun to see that. Like Arnim Zola is in an Ultron's is in one of the bodies of Ultron. Like he gets transferred into one of Ultron's body. That's how they duke it out. The Ultron and Vision's body versus the Arnim Zola and Ultron's body. And I think it was fun. I mean, like they never really win because the whole point was not to win, but just to see how Killmonger at the end he betrays them. Because I was wondering why did they hire Killmonger? Like Killmonger was a traitor, right? He killed everyone. He burned bridges with everyone just to become the king of Wakanda. He killed T'Challa. He killed T'Challa's father and so many Wakandans. And why does the Watcher want Killmonger to join the team? Then I realized that the whole point of the story was not so that they could win, but because Killmonger was going to betray them at some point of time. And once Killmonger betrays them by stealing Ultron's basically the Infinity Gauntlet planted on Ultron's body, and then that's how Killmonger and then Ultron, I think Arnim Zola, I think they try to duke it out, but we never see who wins. Where Doctor Strange just puts him away in a faraway place. I think that was a pretty creative plot twist, I would say, because that was because typically there's always a winner, there's always a winning team, losing team, but then this time there's some kind of plot twist where no one is gonna win, and that's how they finish the whole episode with no one actually winning. It's just Killmonger and I think Arnim Zola are just I I think like they're just trapped in this like dimension which Strange creates, and that's the end of the episode. But finally, the last but not least thing was to see how Peggy Carter, like because like she had nothing to live for now, given that her love Steve Rogers was already dead. But actually, that the plot twist was that it's assumed that he was dead because at the end we see this armor with like someone inside, and that was the same armor Steve Rogers used to help keep Peggy Carter fight back in during her time. And I just like the way like they used the theme song, the theme of Captain America: The First Avengers, like dun 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 dun, dun. And I would say that sort of like like captured the emotion the scene was trying to like give out. So in a way, it succeeded. And I mean, they were successful, like making you like feel touched after listening to that Captain America: First Avengers theme. And I'm pretty sure that's also a clue that Steve Rogers is still alive, which we will find out in season 2. Now that's all I really have for this episode. I just really wanted to finish this up quickly so that I can move on to other shows and movies, because there are a lot of other great shows and movies to come out. There's also Spider-Man: No Way Home to talk about, which I haven't watched yet, so I hope to review that soon. And I don't know, maybe I should say I'm sorry for letting you all down. That is, if you actually were ever here watching my videos. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do better, like start reviewing as soon as I can after watching movies, after watching the movie or show I review. That way, I still have the excitement, the energy in me. Unlike, the What If episodes, I don't think I was really, performing my best in these like while reviewing these episodes. So I have to be honest with you, I will have to do better. And until next time, I'll see you later.